I prefer not to think about the early days of the unfolding. I was like an animal then, running from fire, fearing every wind that blew and every flower that looked at me oddly. It was a time of wreck and ruin that still has a hold on me, an echo in my nerves that hasn't stopped fully, like the ringing in the universe left over from the Big Bang, a moment of pure death in creation that still finds its voice in the vibrations of time, an elder light like the gods, responsible for more pain and beauty than 1,000 exploding suns. I was feral then, catching animals with my bare, dirty hands and eating them raw. Sleeping huddled in stairways that smelled of piss and cigarettes. I wandered endlessly, chasing anyone who crossed my path, light bleeding from my hands when I let it, seeking something which I didn't know the name of, only felt the burning need in my calcified bones, walking so long that my feet bled and my chest ached. It was a time of both truth and lies, of screaming. I still don't know what led me to the aquarium at the water's edge. Maybe it was a map drawn in my genetics, a fate burned into the bark of my family tree. Who knows why destiny vomits in our mouths? Who knows what diagrams will be included in our autopsies? Regardless of the reason, I stumbled half dead through the open door of this place and haven't left since. The fish are my companions and my food. When I want their company, I look in their eyes and speak to them as equals. When my stomach kicks, I erase their feelings from existence. I am two people, one lonely, the other hungry, and with a dinner knife I sever any connection between the two, a dissection of pity and guilt that happens whenever I reach into the tanks and pick out an old friend to fill my stomach. The signs of the aquarium are outdated and useless. The fish have evolved far beyond anything in their photographs. They are like devils and angels now, great, winged things with tentacle dressers and ethereal eyes. They scream in flashing lights and join hands and occasionally leave their tanks when commanded by unseen and unheard calls, swimming on the air, pulling themselves through the halls, chewing and slurping in the lightless cafeteria, spinning webs in the restrooms. Galloping and shrieking until the glass shakes and the pipes freeze and the walls boil and the dust falls from the ceiling like asbestos snow. Sometimes I coax them back into their tanks. Sometimes I stomp them down and eat them. This is how we find balance, the equilibrium of inner and outer space. We're a family, this place of green waters. Where once I was lost in a city of burning brick and blood-stained blacktop, now I look over a sacred space like caretaker and executioner, following the ancient rules of hunger and discipline. If anyone is fortunate enough to stumble through the doorway as I once did, as a few have, stumble into its screaming hallways and slime-slicked floors, they too enter the lottery of hunger that has rolled fairly over flesh and soul since a time before sound. They too know what it's like to tremble at the feet of gods,